What's going on, everybody? We made it. We survived. The eclipse. The world didn't end. Beyond all my fears that I had for anything and everybody, we survived. Yay! Yay for a new day. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm here to talk about a few things, to get them off my chest. Unlike this Zeke the Plumber t-shirt, available in the merch store down below. Please hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button if you guys consider yourself a friend of mine, a fan of mine, or even a hater. Hit the like button or hit the dislike. It'll help the algorithm, maybe help get me a few new people in my life, in my circle, because we all know that, honestly, I'm an emotional creature. I have many downs and a few ups. So hopefully this is an up. Word trend. I don't know. Hey, here we are. Post Eclipse. Let's talk about a few things, guys. I should have made the video yesterday, but let's do it today. Ain't no time like the present, right? Hopefully by the end of this, I've earned your like, your subscribe, and your membership for my channel for early exclusive content. There we go. That being said, a lot of people know that I'm like a truther, conspiracy theorist. A lot of people don't know. I've got a lot of new friends coming onto this channel because of other things. And let me just quickly let you guys know what I'm going to talk about in today's video, so that way you don't have to watch through the whole video and find out what I talk about. I'm going to talk about the Eclipse theories in the video I made the other day. I'm going to talk about Wrestlemania. I'm going to give my review of Wrestlemania. We're also going to talk, and I shouldn't, but we're going to talk a little bit of Quiet on the Set because they came out with a 5th episode. And I'm going to give my opinion on that and give you a little bit of insight on what has happened since I made my video explaining my interactions and my stories. And it's a doozy. And then I'm going to end this with asking for a prayer and some good thoughts for various reasons. But hey, let's stick around. And hopefully this will be an informative, interesting video that's hopefully not 30 minutes long. But we all know that I like to talk a lot. Mikey, you talk so much. It's all I got. Sometimes. I hope you understand. It's all I got. All right, let's get back to the eclipse. People know that I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I love all of that stuff. I don't know what's real or fake anymore. And, you know, all of the theories or the things in my head, they sound like they can make sense, and they might be debunked, or they might not be proven real. But all I know is this world is not what we think it is. I don't have all the answers. There's a lot of lies. There's a lot of evil. There's a lot of deceit. And let's be honest, not that it's 100% popular, but being a conspiracy theorist seems like a lot more people are on our train. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! For a lot of conspiracies. Not all of them. But something's going on, y'all. Something's going on. The world is changing. We are at a great awakening, as long as a great reset. And everything that we have been taught, I can't say everything, but a lot of it is not truthful. I mean, there's literally institutions that are being called out for racism, that America is a racist institution from its inception. Well, then why can't the educational system be a bad institution from its inception? You know, like the education system teaching us. And we all know it has been, whether it be with the founding of America or the way it happened. There's a lot of lies and deceit everywhere. And in this day and age, this is the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Aquarius. And what that is the time of the great reveals and the changing of the guard and the getting rid of the evil, the negativity. And this is the age of the Aquarius. I am also an Aquarius, so there you go. Ladies, look up our zodiacs and let me know if we are a good match. I'm pretty lonely, and it's okay. Uh, so we had the eclipse, and again, we're not going to get into every. There's so many theories, 9/11, SANDY hook, and all those other things. But I study all of this stuff to the best of my abilities. And all the platforms, do they always have the information? Is it considered disinformation? Yes, but it can be that way on both sides of the faction, right or left, ups or downs, whatever. There's disinformation everywhere, even coming from the people that are supposed to protect us. Okay? But I'll be honest with you, with some of this TikTok and Instagram videos, these people are waking up, and I like it. So now that brings us to the eclipse. Well, it's a fun thing to make theories nowadays for everything. Because we don't know what's real and fake. Corporations run these studies and these things, and they create events, and I don't need to give you the history. Reel it back in, Mike. So we had the eclipse. So I was seeing a bunch of different theories online, whether it be manipulated, it's going to be used for ulterior motives, different events, stuff like that. Is it actually going to be a real eclipse? Are aliens going to land? Is it the coming of Satan? CERN is going online. There's NASA, had planes jumping everywhere to study the data, the information. There's been theories that, they were going to download data and information to the people of the world in sort of like a 5G virus type fashion through, the strength of the sun. Again, a lot of them are like, woo, blue, blue. But all of the theories come from a place of being lied to in some other instances from other factions that we have kind of, for the most of us, believe is true. Like all of these theories, they just get conjoined into one, or 20 different theories that kind of, to the average person, will be like, that's too much, that's too much, that's too much. But still, they're coming from a good place, all of these theories. And people just want to discredit people with conspiracy theories. They want to make it a bad term. They want you to be called crazy. They want you on pharmaceutical medicines. And they want to take $85 billion from you for saying the wrong thing. See Alex Jones. They want to defame you. Again, well, it's because some of it is true. But now, in terms of the eclipse, the interesting thing with this is nothing happened. Well, to the idiots that started writing to me, there you go. Are you happy? Did you see what happened? Here's this for your theories. Well, I wasn't explaining my theories. I don't really have one. My brain hasn't been functioning properly for a good while now, for various reasons. But I didn't actually have one theory that I was like, that's exactly what's going to happen for the eclipse. I just have fears that any one of these multiple things can happen. But apparently they didn't. So these morons, these haters, these judges want to try to prove something wrong, like I'm an idiot. Nothing happened. Ha ha ha, nothing happened. There you go for your theories. Whatever they wrote. Well, it ain't over. It ain't over. The theory now of my theory is that the eclipse is and always will be the beginning to something else. Whether it happened right exactly at that moment, I cannot say that. Was it a door opening to satanic evil people? Was it a portal? Was it God and his army closing the evil portal that was already opened and then reigning over now positivity, love, and respect while they're at a holy war? I don't know. There could be a million answers. But whatever happened didn't happen that day. But this is the sign. I saw the sign. What else is going to happen from this? They're going to get a lot of data from these planes. CERN probably got some information. I don't know if people got more sun in their eyes. And now they're going to have a better experience because they got a lot of sun in their eyes. Or they looked at the sun. I don't know. Are we going to have mutants 20 years from now? 5 years from now? Because maybe something was radiated from the sun and the moon during the eclipse. And now we're going to have a new, generative nature with the vaccines, the JAB, the mRNAs, whatever it might be. Are we going to have a new species of X-Men? I don't know. But something happened. And there was a lot of red cows, forgive the people working on the yards. There are some red cows that are no longer existent. There was a ton of rituals that happened that go beyond our scope that we don't even know happened. Because those type of old world thinking or whatever it may be for rituals, something happened. Something happened. And we're not going to find out for a while now, if not ever. But still, the eclipse did something and proved a theory somewhere right or wrong, but the theory was proven and it happened. So there's my eclipse stuff. Now, looking back, I saw pictures of a bunch of kids wearing plates and in X-ray eclipse glasses, and it made me think of the movie Children of the Corn, because that was one of the movies that scared the living crap out of me. Then I saw all these kids looking up at the stars and the sky and the eclipse, and I was like, man, wouldn't this be a scary horror movie? Because that's a scary image to me. Little kids, looking to like the heavens for like a sign. Well, forget Children of the Corn. They should make a movie called Children of the Eclipse. And the tagline for that movie will be, how much information can be how much evil can be downloaded to these kids in 3.5 minutes. Children of the Eclipse, coming 2025. I don't know, it was scary. Very scary to me. And then people want to explain it. No, they're wearing the plates because, it'll stop the glasses from moving so they don't hurt their eyes. That's not what it's a sarcastic joke about a movie called Children of the Corn, where now we're going to get killer children from Children of the Eclipse. People don't understand. People read what they want to. But I love you. I love you. I love you. Do you? We're all stupid at many times in our lives, or we don't understand what we're seeing. And I'll say that for me as well. That being said, let's get into Wrestlemania. That's right. I finally watched Wrestlemania, and I'm going to be honest with you, my first reaction was, it was damn fun. It was damn fun. I need some positivity, some fun in my life, and it was fun to watch Wrestlemania since The Rock came back. And I didn't know all the storylines, but by the end of it, I was into it. And I enjoyed every minute, even though I was lying down for most of it, because I have some health concerns. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Again, forgive the noise. They're going to do their work, and I ain't going to stop this video and be professional and say, wait on them. Nope. I'm going forward, baby, not backwards. I'm trying to, at least. I loved it, man. I was really sad to see that Becky Lynch lost. I was hoping she would have won versus the Rhea Ripley girl. But that Rhea Ripley girl, she's a pretty good talent. She's pretty interesting. And apparently Mama's always on top. Yeah, that's a lot of innuendos that we don't need to get into. But apparently Mama's always on top, which is okay in my book. What? Let's see, that sounded. See? You see? You see how bad that can go? Sorry, that's disgusting. Okay. Sounds like Dan Schneider with Nickelodeon. That's disgusting. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the Uso storyline of the brothers versus brothers. I am not my brother's keeper, and that was a really fun match. And I enjoyed the Prime bottle with the truck, with whatever his name was, the guy from YouTube's or whatever, the brothers, the Paul brothers. Well, we got the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. I'm gonna watch. I don't really care. Here's what's gonna happen with the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. Jake Paul will probably lose. Then his brother will call him out publicly. You should have took that fight. That's why I didn't take that fight. Apparently, I had the fight before you, Jake, and I didn't take that fight. And now you look really stupid. You're gonna lose to Mike Tyson, to a legend, this and that. And then Jake Paul's gonna be like, how dare you talk about me? You're my brother. You're supposed to love me, respect me. You're supposed to feel bad for me. You're supposed to pump me up. Next thing you know, Jake Paul versus Logan Paul. Prime time brothers versus brothers. Another $10 million payday. That's how you play the game. You play the game, and so we take it. That's another wrestling reference. You play the game. Is that Triple H? The game? I don't know. But man, I had a good time. It was really, really fun to watch all the storylines. And for all the people that are still in the wrestling is fake category, yeah, I gotta let that shit go. I mean, the storylines, most of the time are manipulated. But man, they're athletes. They are athletes, bro. Woo! You know, it sucks that you have to be older to really understand that, man. They do their due diligence. And it's been a while since I watched wrestling, and I kind of watched it like a magician. I try to find out the fake illusions of magic. So I was watching wrestling, and then I noticed that when they're lying on the ground, the referee runs up to them and they tell them, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Did you? Yeah, hold on. I hit my eye. I got a black eye, or give me a couple of seconds, or let's change the move." They tell them that stuff, while they're lying down to the referee. Then the referee goes to each wrestler, and then they continue the match. But for the most part, the outcomes are, determined, which is fine with me. It's fine with me. And there was a couple of mistakes, like the table that fell down. A couple people slipped. Apparently, there's a picture of Undertaker in the bottom of the ring that was, he was waiting to come out. And I like that whole ending. I'll be honest with you. That whole ending, I'm lying down because I lie down a lot because I don't feel so healthy all the time. And when I lie down, my blood, it just goes properly in my body. I don't know. It's something weird that I just feel healthier lying down. Hopefully I don't have the rest of my life like that. But yeah, man. I mean, I was enjoying it, and then in that finale, man, I was starting to get into all the music and learn the storylines, and I saw the pre games of Cody Rhodes and started liking Cody Rhodes. Am I a Cody crybaby? I don't know, but it was a great story, man. Really, really, really great story. And then the whole 10, 15 minutes at the end with The Rock, the Bloodline rules, everybody coming out. Then the Undertaker jumping out of the ring, John Cena coming out. I was like, whoa! Well, I knew who they were. I watched a couple of John Cena matches and these other people's matches, and the Undertaker, of course. And I was getting into it. I was screaming from my little couch bed. So I had a good time, and that was what the most important thing about WrestleMania was. And I really enjoyed it, and I'm so thankful that I liked that The Rock came back. He added some stuff to it because I did enjoy The Rock in the Attitude Era, and he became more famous, on the screen as well. And it made me want to watch this WrestleMania even more. And now it's the first one without Vince McMahon and all that controversy. And Stephanie McMahon came out. I remember her storyline. I think she married Triple H. I don't know if they're married anymore, but yeah, I had a good time, and that's what it's supposed to do. I hope you guys did as well. Please I know I'm forgetting some moments that were really awesome, and forgive me for that. But my brain is like bloop, 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 bloop with everything right now. But yeah, so I enjoyed WrestleMania 40, and it brought back, the cheering and screaming of like WrestleMania 1 and 2. In my mind, like when Hulk Hogan picked up Andre the Giant for the first time and body slammed him, where nobody else in the industry had done it up to that point. And then Hulk, it was just awesome. It was just pretty awesome. And The Rock and the way everybody looks, where The Rock's like, and then Undertaker's behind him. It's just powerful moments, man. They're fun. They're so good. And the audience with the dancing with the Usos, and I want to be a part of events like that in the future. That's why I'm so proud that I got a bus pass just recently, a low income bus pass, because I don't have a lot of money all the time. And again, depending on my health, every day is something different. But on those good days, I have to find the strength to get up, get on a bus, go do an adventure. I have to find the strength to do that. So, sounds really dumb, but I'm proud as hell to have a bus pass because I haven't had a working car for like 5 or 6 years now. And I do want one, but I need a computer first, that's working. But still, I'm proud as hell to have a bus pass. The simple things, guys and gals, the simple things are the most important. And I'm very humbled just to have anything. even your guys' likes, subscribes, and some of your memberships. Now, let's talk about episode 5 of Quiet on Set. I'm not really supposed to talk about any of this stuff, not because people are telling me not to, just because I don't want to anymore. And I'm just going to let you all know, I learned a big lesson, you know, these past 3 weeks with that whole documentary. I met some amazing people, uh, but I learned a big lesson. And a lot of people won't agree with the lesson that I learned. But after watching the documentary, like I said, because I had interactions that I remembered that were kind of obsolete and a little bit scary. Even back then, I knew, but the ramifications didn't hit me until that moment of watching the documentary. And then, I have a YouTube channel and I have a voice. And I was like, you know what? I wanted to make a video. I don't think at that point I probably made a video for 4 or 5, 6 days. I don't know the exact number. But I was like, you know what, man? I worked with that guy, Brian Peck. And I remember those interesting interactions that were a little weird. And people were starting to clamor. So I made the video giving my interactions and my stories, and you guys have watched them. They're for members only right now, and I did that for a reason. But if you want to watch those videos, if you haven't, go to my members only section. I'm sorry I had to put it behind a paywall, but that was for my health. That was like literally for my health. I'll explain that in a minute. But so I made the videos, and then again, I got a lot of people. It went viral, kind of, because I'm on Nickelodeon. But then you guys know the story. Watch the second video called, my final statement. But I got a lot of negativity as well. I mean, and a lot of stress came to me. A lot of people came to me. Why'd you say anything? It's not your place. Then some people are like, oh, thank you for telling your interactions, thinking I was a victim. And it was just a really scary, stressful time where I just wanted to make a video because I use you guys as therapy sometimes, and I just need to talk. And I figured with the documentary, because it scared the crap out of me, and I worked with at least one of those persons officially, I wanted to give my interactions. That's how horrible I felt for everything. But again, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Then I did like an interview with a press person that I respected, or I thought I respected. Well, I still do, but it's just everybody was out to get tea because it was popular. The video was going viral. All the other documentary stuff was going viral. Everybody wanted to talk to me. And then other people wanted to know why the heck I even opened up my mouth. Why did I insert myself into that when nothing happened to me? Why would you even bring heat on possibly other people? And why would you insert yourself into that, into that real victim stuff that real people really went through? So I was getting it from both sides. And I never want to hurt anybody just by even making a video or talking. And I felt like I did that. People were like upset at me. And maybe some people say they shouldn't be. It doesn't matter. But whatever, you got to understand, everybody's going to react differently about something. I mean, a lot of people have skeletons in their closets. And, for whatever reason, whenever the spotlight is shined on one person, the spotlight might shed to others, and then, some of their problems or whatever comes out. And it adds heat to people. It just does that when there possibly wasn't needed heat to be added by my interactions and my stories that really had nothing to do with them. But by proxy, people assume that, it was them or this or that, or it involves them. So again, I had to make a statement online and everything. It went wild, okay? It just went wild. Then every post I would make after the fact, got interactions, and then I got feedback from people that are, trying to help for me. Oh, how dare you post that? You shouldn't have posted that. Delete that. That's wrong. People are going to assume this. They're going to assume that. I was going nuts. I felt like I did something wrong. And I don't want to feel that way just by telling a story and an interaction. But again, I love a lot of these people and I got to respect them. But then other people wanted to do interviews. I did one interview, which I shouldn't have. Should have just let it sit. But, all these reporters and all that, they're looking for tea. They're looking to make the storyline bigger because it's popular. They're looking to get views on their stuff and their work. And it's like literally a fire. And should I have inserted myself into that fire? Looking back from my personal health decisions, I shouldn't have. So I learned my lesson. It wasn't my place to say anything because technically nothing happened to me, just scary moments and interactions. But that fire was burning bright. And somebody gave me a good piece of advice. They said, Michael, we know you're trying to make a comeback in the industry. We know you still always want to be a part of the industry, work on TV, movies, or film or whatever. I'm going to do this the rest of my life. Probably be on YouTube. But they're like, we know, that you want to take an opportunity when it's popular. Like everybody's talking about Nickelodeon. You got a new convention agent. You're going to start doing conventions. We know that you want to take on whatever little bit of publicity that you can get for yourself for the comeback or whatever it might be. You want that heat. You want that energy. You want that whatever little bit can bring people back to me. And I won't deny that. A lot of people make videos or do things, with that, not as the complete basis of why they made the video, but as a small part of it. Like, what, this video might do a little well, might get like 5,000 views because they're talking about it. And that'll bring, maybe a couple hundred new people to my channel, or maybe, 20, 30 members of my channel. I admit that. That's why a lot of things are done, but it's not the whole reason. It never is. Like I said, I just explained my reasons for making the video, explaining my interactions. But again, it had a negative impact on a lot of people. And I never want to do that. But this person's advice was, there's two types of publicity or energy or heat. There's a positive heat, positive momentum for something, and you can ride that positive train and, get some more fandom or whatever it may be, or earn some dollars. Or there's a negative heat and a negative train. And they're like, you need to pick your trains or better. Because that one was of a negative heat. It got popular, it was being talked about, but it was based off of some serious stuff that really hurt people. And people were being exposed and all that, rightfully, but that's negative heat. That's negative heat. And I should have avoided it. I learned my lesson because I have health struggles. A lot of people can handle it with no problem. They get feedback, haters, whatever, anger management, people yell at you, whatever you do, or you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But I personally, I'm such an insecure person. I try to avoid drama. I try to avoid all that stuff. I just can't handle it for my heart, my health, and my pressure. So I learned my lesson. And you would have thought I would have learned it years ago because I'm sure something similar this happened. But I learned my lesson. So that's why the video, I didn't want to delete it officially because then more people would be like, how dare you delete it? Why'd you delete it? If you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But I took it off being online because I wanted the heat for the people by proxy to die down. And I kept it for members. It's still available if anybody wants to watch those interactions. But I didn't want to be the focus anymore. I know I wouldn't have been because after a week everybody moves on. But I didn't want to be the focus anymore. And I just didn't want any more negativity to really come down publicly. So only the few people that, and I didn't want to delete it because if I deleted it, that might have caused a newer storm. Oh, he deleted it. Why did he delete it? They got to him. Somebody wrote me that. They said they got to you. Nickelodeon paid you to delete it, to move it. No, no. And it had nothing to do with really Nickelodeon. It was more about Brian Peck. But hey, people are going to hear what they want to hear. But that's what I did. That's the truth. It doesn't make any sense. Do my decisions make sense? No. I don't got a PR department. I don't know what the hell I'm doing from day one to the next. So a lot of people are going to hate the decisions I make. A lot of people are going to like the decisions I make. I don't know. I don't know. So, but hey, at the end of this, maybe a month from now, well, already right now, I've met some amazing people online. They said how much they appreciate me and, my acting work. And so it's been a blessing. But there was a lot of heartache for a few weeks. For the real people, the real victims, of course, they had it even worse. But it's just weird. It's just interesting how it was a negative fire. And, it spreads its fire. And then, they keep talking about it and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I just want to distance myself. And again, that just proves I shouldn't have done nothing the first time, because I want to distance myself from my health. So I learned my lesson, but they were coming out with a 5th episode that came out the other day. And I was so worried that I was going to be featured in it, with my videos and stuff like that. Because like I said, in my opinion, I wrongly inserted myself into that stuff. And I was afraid I was going to be featured in my videos, and then the negativity or the people that were already upset at me for whatever reasons, rightfully or wrongly, they were going to be like, oh, more. And I did get asked to do interviews for people associated with Quiet on the Set and stuff like that, but I pretty much declined at every turn. And I had many reporters, whether it be from major publicity outlets wanting to interview me and all that as well. And I started to turn them all down because what do I have to add? They're looking for tea. They're looking for more tea where there really is none that I know of. And, like, even if I told one story, it can be misconstrued, like just really badly. Even if I tell a story of a little bit of turmoil or something that happened, because of the big nature of everything, it can be turned on its heels and it can make it look worse and cause strife for other people that don't deserve it. So it's a negative heat. But I had to turn down some publications. But some of these publications hit me up right before the 5th episode of Quiet on the Set. And that's what scared me even worse. They're like, hey, can we get your response on Quiet on the Set, as the new episode approaches? And I'm like, I was asked to interview or to do something probably for the episode 5. Again, I can't say it's official, but I was asked by people involved in it to talk to them and whatever. It might have been for episode 5. I don't know. But they were people involved with it were trying to get a hold of me, and I was, nah, I'm done. I'm moving on. But yeah, these reporters from these outlets hit me up a couple of days before the new episode came out. So I had even more fears that I was going to be in that episode or featured, and I was dreading it. And I watched the 5th episode and I wasn't in it. Thank you. It's for the other people that want to tell their stories and do their stuff and leave it to them. And it was all about the Dan Schneider stuff. And I don't have any really interactions with Dan Schneider, except some of the stuff I watched was disturbing as an adult. But thank goodness it was about that it didn't feature me at all, which I'm kind of happy about. Because like I said, I can't have any more stress in my life. And I learned my lesson, and we'll leave it at that. And like I keep trying to say, on to bigger and better things, guys. Well, now with the new bus pass that I have, I am now having doctor's appointments and doing some tests because there's a lot of things wrong with me. I don't want to really officially know what they are because if they look, they're going to find something. Um, but there's a ton of issues. Every day there's something wrong, and I'm just getting afraid because I have fears of doctors and this and pharmaceuticals and that's my personal stuff. But I got some tests going on these next couple weeks, and I just wanted to say, everybody, could you shoot out a good thought, positive thought, um, that hopefully it's all in my head, or with exercise and getting out and changing up, even though I'm doing okay, but changing up dietary, getting exercise can eliminate a lot of these symptoms that I have. And maybe it's just because I'm cooped up all the time, or for the most of the time. Can you just throw out some positive thoughts for me? I truly appreciate it. Because I don't want to die. I don't want to be diagnosed with anything really really scary or bad. Um, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Guys, I'm sorry the video went like 36 minutes. That's 36s. Uh-oh. But hey, man, thank you guys for chiming in, being a part of this channel. I appreciate you so much. And this next week or two, beyond a couple of the doctor tests or visits I'm going to be doing, I'm going to try to spring clean. There ain't much to clean, but it still takes a lot out of me just to even think about it. But I'm going to try to fix these old computers I have to at least live stream, maybe try to do a Happy Alien podcast or sign up for Rumble or Patreon or do something. I'm not sure. But I'm hopefully going to get it working decently enough, to do that. Then at the same time, clean around, maybe open up some boxes that I got in my little storage area, in my little hallway. And maybe I might have to sell some things. I don't know what I really have in there, but I think I have props from Evolution. I might have a little bit of a prop from X Files. So, guys, check out my merchandise store down below. And if I do an actual sell of like 2 or 3 things that I think are amazing, please, you'll find out on social media. So hit me up on the Instagram, the Facebook, or the Twitter. The links are down below, as well as my donation centers, my merchandise link. And, when I do sell something, I'll put it on one of those things. So hit the bell for notifications on all of these channels. And then if I do sell something and you're interested, go on there and check it out. And then there will be exclusive items on my merchandise store. And I need to add some more stuff to my merch store. So hopefully during the spring cleaning time, I can get that done. But I appreciate you guys for now. And if anybody's interested, I have a few copies of like Evolution and Dude, Where's My Car on, I believe it's DVD. And I'm going to put these on my merchandise store where I'll autograph it for you and send it through my merchandise store. So look for that hopefully by next week. So if you're interested in a signed DVD of Dude, Where's My Car by me or Evolution, let me know. And check out my merchandise store. All right, I'm done. I'm not here to sell you guys things. I'm here to tell you I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching today's video. And that being said, you're awesome. I love you. I really do. And I know a lot of people like, how could you love everybody? Well, when you get old and you're afraid to die and you're alone, you end up loving everybody. Because the truth is, we're all born for the most part, with good intentions until we're brainwashed into evil and the evil forces get us. Try not to let the evil forces get us. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed. Hate can't hurt happy. So let's be happy. I'll see you guys soon.